kind of using it as a pillow. Are you exhausted? Kitty. Sweetie, are you okay? Are you okay, buddy? Just thirsty? You're an old man, huh? We determined the other day that you're 15 years old. You're still pretty spry, though. We're still here. It is December. The lake is still unfrozen, and it looks absolutely beautiful today. We did have some snow yesterday and high winds, but no snow was left. And I have some news. Oh, you see someone out there chilling, enjoying this, and you just want to shout, "Isn't this the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life?" Oh. The news is we're not moving, at least not for a few more months. So all of the content that I have previously filmed for you was leading up, following this storyline of us moving, and I don't really feel like it's relevant anymore, and so I think I'm going to abandon it. And I'll still share things and that were part of that content, but the content itself, much of my narration, is no longer valid. And I'm not going to get into the reasons why we are not moving. It's a very long and complicated story that is too personal to share on the internet. And so for now, we are just going to stay here, and that means that I'm going to recreate my art studio. I'll try to insert some video here about what it used to look like. For months now, I have been living in a state of complete and utter disarray. And as I look back over my beautiful art area that you see here, I realize how much it's impacted me not to have all these beautiful things around me. So this is where I do all my filming, and I used to have my computer here. It is here again. So here's the question. What do I do? I mean, I packed most of my belongings, and I loved the way my house looked with all my art everywhere, and I loved all my furniture that I sold. I got this one out of storage. This is my grandmother's table. It always had the coloring books in it. I think that's why I wanted it. It has like a little handle on the front there. So I need to figure out how to get rid of all this clutter without unpacking things that don't need to be unpacked. And then this would come over to my art area, because this is going to be my dollhouse. And I think that the logical thing for me to start doing, now that we are going to be here, is to work on my dollhouse. My original plan was to work on a room box first. So let's look at that. And this wooden box here, which I can't take out right now because it's full of stuff, but that was going to be a room box. And decorate it for Christmas in late Georgian England. What do you think? Is it crazy for me to just decide to do a Christmas Vlogmas / Dollmas project right now? Maybe. I think I'm gonna do it though. What else am I gonna do other than figure out what the heck to do with all of this stuff? So that's where I'm at. That's what I'm thinking. And I have a lot of things here that I can share with you throughout the month of December, like this pile of doll and dollhouse and miniature related books that I received. I have 2 different kinds of mold making material down here, and I've been working on weaving little tiny baskets. I made this one. The first one I made were these ones that I made out of cardboard, and they're fine. But I'm kind of picky and I need things to look real. This is made out of some wire that's covered with paper, and then I used some cord that I bought at Michael's on clearance that looked like rope, and I just antiqued it with paint, and this turned out great. And it doesn't have a handle. It's kind of meant to be just sitting in the corner full of, you know, harvested produce. And then I combined the raffia and the wire, paper wrapped wire, to make this market basket, which I'm still working on. I still have to cover the rim, and I need to make a handle. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to vlog a little bit, and I'm going to make some kind of either miniature or do something on my dollhouse box, or both, in the month of December, in preparation for working on the big dollhouse, because the big dollhouse is a huge project. I don't have the right tools yet, so I think that's what's going to happen. This will be a multi-story dollhouse in 1/12 scale. I will be building a pitched roof on the front here, and the roof, I hope, will open like this, and you can see the servants' quarters in the attic, and then there'll be 2 floors for the family, and then there'll be a basement, which I haven't built yet. I'm looking for a table. Now this is what I want it to look like. This is a jewelry box I have, but you see those legs, and you see that bottom part here, just this. Imagine if this was just a little table, but the width of my dollhouse. I could take the drawer out and put the kitchen in there and the servants' hall. So that would go on, that would go underneath this, and it would raise this entire thing up, and it would be like a legit Georgian era cabinet dollhouse. If you have any thoughts on it, please share them with me in the comments and let me know. It smells so good out here. Look at the color of the sky and the water. It's so beautiful. I'm really not sad, I guess, that we get a little bit more time here. Hello? 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 Tell the people how you feel about staying here for 6 more months. What do you think? Are you happy about it? What do you think about it? Hello? Sir? Do you care to comment? Sir? Sir? Okay. So the other cool thing about not moving yet is that I can take you now on a real journey around the periphery of this lake. And I've tried doing it several times over the last few weeks. I have made many attempts at filming it, and they have all been just a shining example of how out of shape I am. But the water is now pretty much where it's going to be. That's what we call the dragon's tooth, and that's fully exposed. And then in the Ode to a Lake House video, I showed you this rock, and I showed you how I would, if all the water was gone, it would be taller than me, and it is indeed. So when this freezes, I can walk on it, and that means I've got another entire winter of being able to walk on the ice, and that's one of my favorite things to do. I know that kind of sounds crazy to most people, but the ponds and lakes here in Maine freeze rock solid. People snowmobile on them and put giant fishing shacks on them, like wood built ones, you know, not like they didn't buy it at Cabela's. So I think that's the plan. That's my plan moving forward. Stay tuned. Happy December. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.